Man, it is a humbling experience to come back here and feel like the pressure isn't quite there. And the teams that have presented so far have done a fantastic job. That's my daughter, by the way, screaming. But anyway, as I was saying, I don't think any of the teams could possibly have a worse start than we had. I came up on stage last year, and I said my first line. I looked out into the audience, and I just completely blanked. I had no idea what I was going to say next, and I just repeated the first line. So it's on YouTube. I watched it the other day. The 1st 30 seconds are me saying my line twice, so I'm not going to let that happen today. As Carrie said, my name is AJ Bruno, one of the co-founders of TrendKite. And I'm going to give a background as to who we are and what we do really quickly. What I really want to talk about is what the last year has been like for us, because it's been a tremendous experience. But this slide, I wanted to illustrate the industry that we work in, because it's a funny little niche industry. Oh, I just lost my mic, so hopefully you guys can still hear me. Niche industry, PR. So you see some of these platforms up here. You know Salesforce, and you might know Marketo and Eloqua. And what these platforms do in both marketing and sales is they connect leads to revenue. Really clear cut. How do we automate that process is what they're also answering. But PR, if you got an article in TechCrunch tomorrow, or Wall Street Journal, what does that actually mean? And for the last 10 years, you have all these great tools for these other industries. Nothing has figured that out in PR until now. So what TrendKite does is we make PR professionals look like rock stars by helping connect ROI to their actual PR spend. It's easy, just one-to-one. We do this with whether it's media dashboards or actually giving them the return on investment in their reports that they're doing. We also do predictive analytics. So at the end of the day, we have a SaaS platform that automates the search, automates the dashboards, and automates the reports so that they can then present to their executives, to the board, what they actually did with PR dollars. But let's jump back for a moment. Lots of ideas, lots of hair, actually lots of hair for my co-founder, Matt. As Carrie correctly said, I've lost a few hairs in the last year. But we came into DreamIt with so much promise. We were definitely the epitome of a napkin idea. And here's some pictures from DreamIt. Our car of choice, the car to go in Austin that we took around. The last picture there on the right-hand side, my wife and I actually had our daughter during the program. I flew home in February to Philadelphia. We had just moved from San Diego to Philadelphia. We were based there and flew home. So it talks about some of the sacrifices some of these teams have had to make. Now, Philadelphia is not that far away. Spain, that's a little bit farther away. So there's a lot of kind of coordination. It's just not the entrepreneurs. It's the entire families that are a part of this. So, so basically, backing up, Matt, my co-founder, always mentions that I have a picture of my daughter in every single presentation I do. So I decided to add 3 more pictures here. That's my daughter, Avery. At the end of DreamIt, we had demo day. Carrie said that we had kind of term sheets in hand, but a lot of it was just based around doing 2 things. We came into DreamIt with the napkin idea. OK, let's sell this idea, 1, see if it actually works, and let's build this product. And that's what we did. We spent the entire 3 months doing only that and not paying attention to anything else. And at the end of those 3 months, well, actually backing up, at the beginning of the 3 months, when we had moved from San Diego to Philadelphia, I told my wife, don't worry, we're going to be back in Philadelphia. We have a baby, our family's there, we'll buy a house, we'll set up shop there in Philadelphia. So our office is on 7th and Congress. No, but what ended up happening was we just loved the Austin technology community. It's been fantastic. You have Brett Hurd and Josh Baer in the audience. I saw Bob Metcalf. This entire community has been tremendous to us. And it's just been fantastic growing and seeing in the last year what they've been able to help us do. Some pictures. That is from the startup crawl. We had about 1,000 people. We didn't invite any of those guys. I think the invites for the startup crawl, but we had an awesome time there. Lindsay and James are in the audience. They're 2 of our engineers. I'm sure they're happy to see that picture is up there. But it's been a fantastic year after our raise with Silverton Partners. So what have we been doing? Oh, this is what we've been working on. We've basically taken that sales and product and continued pushing that path. And we're working our tails off to gain great clients and get them on board. And some of these brands I'm sure you all recognize up here, but we're continuing to do that. So what's next for us? We're working on a really, really big idea. And it's so big that we've convinced one of the top technical executives in Austin to join our team. And he'll be actually starting with us this month. Steve asked me for a big announcement, and that hasn't been announced at all. I can't say his name just yet, but it will definitely make some waves in the Austin community. And we're going to be working on this, the holy grail of PR. And of course, with a new executive coming on board, and our team's now 9 full-time employees, and working on such a big idea, we are starting to look at some fundraising options out there. So I didn't put this together, of course, from a fundraising standpoint, but if you have any interest in what it is we're working on, please feel free to come up to me, because at the end of the day, this is what we're going to be. And you know, in Austin, you think of spread fast, you think of mass relevance, you think of all of these great companies, and TrendKite wants to make its mark here, and we will make its mark here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask away. Our entire team's here, so we'd be happy to answer for you. Thanks.